I swear I'm a film critic.
Ha ha ha! This is Pennywise the Clown, possessing the body of the CineGuy. This is not my show. I will run the CineGuy reviews. I will... Sorry about that, movie people. This is the real CineGuy right here. Pennywise possessed me for a while, but you know what? He ain't taking my body. Welcome to a new episode. I'm Stephen Gould, the CineGuy. Let's talk movies. Now, everybody loves Freaky Friday. It's an instant Disney classic. I mean, a mother and daughter switching bodies and living their own lives. It's just so much fun, you know, seeing like an older actor try to act like a younger actor. Like, yeah, it has a lot of comedy and all that stuff. It's a lot of fun. And then Blumhouse Pictures decided, you know what? Let's give it a nice horror slasher comedy twist. Why? Because why not? Might as well. Freaky stars Catherine Newton and Vince Vaughn as a dorky teenager and a serial killer who switched bodies after getting stabbed by a magic dagger. Yeah, I know. Crazy, right? Like, oh, okay, I see what it means. So that's the premise. Yeah, that is obviously a horror version of Freaky Friday right there. But you know what the fun result is? An actual funny slasher comedy film that kind of like reboots the slasher genre. Now, many slasher films are always the usual, you know, like, oh no, an evil max killer coming to kill innocent victims, usually teenagers. Yeah, we've seen that before. But here, it's got a good twist to it, all right? I like the whole Freaky Friday twist, you know, switching bodies, because, you know, that's something new, all right? We're going to see the killer portray the victim, and we're going to see the victim as the killer. So, yeah, you know what? It works, and it's a good, like, you know, rejuvenation of the genre. I mean, Newton does a great job impersonating a silent killer, while Vaughn does tremendous trying to act as a teenage girl. So, yeah, I'm not a big horror movie fan, but I actually enjoyed this one. It was nice. It was acceptable. Now, there are jump scares and intense kills. I mean, death by tennis racket. You don't see that every day. But you know what? Unlike most horror slasher movies, the right people actually got killed. I know it sounds horrible coming from me, but think of it this. Many slasher movies like, oh no, the group of friends, one of them's getting killed one by one. They're all good people. The people who get killed here? The mean girl, the horrible teacher, and a bunch of sex-crazed jocks. So you know what? No one's gonna miss them. You did good, serial killer. Man, they were just so mean to Newton. I mean, honestly, at this point, cut her some slack. I mean, at that point, you deserve to get cut in half with a saw or frozen to death in a cryogenic chamber. What's that doing in a high school? Now, the whole history and story is that an ancient Aztec knife was used to switch the bodies, and now Newton has until the end of Friday the 13th to, you know, get her body back. Otherwise, she stays in Vince Vaughn permanently. Yeah, I know, it sounds really simple, but think of it this. The execution was actually pretty good, all right? The acting is tremendous. Vince Vaughn is just pure amazing Vince Vaughn right there. And it has some heart to it, you know? Like her dealing with the loss of her father and everything. That little conversation she had with her mother. Well, she was in the serial killer body. They couldn't see each other. But the little conversation about, like, you know, trying to cope with the loss. That had heart right there. I did appreciate that. That's for sure. And it wasn't really cheesy or like typical horror movie stuff. I mean, it's like kind of like slasher film that horror fans and teenagers in this case can enjoy. Plus, the representation was really good here. I mean, you got the black best friend and the gay best friend. So yeah, up with the times, you know? Overall, it's a very clever horror flick that, you know, it's acceptable. I'm not a big horror fan, but I'm sure many horror fans will appreciate it. It's fun. It's funny, has heart to it, and everybody in it did a great job. So my final rating is going to be 8.2 magic daggers out of 10 chainsaws. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed this review. Leave a like if you did, subscribe and join the crew. And we'll see you next time for another awesome review. Also, be sure to follow the Instagram page at CineGuySteven. That is at CineGuySteven. I'll see you there. This is Stephen and Gould signing off. You kinda scared me. Hello, Shitty. This is Gambit from X-Men. I possess the CineGuy. Why? Because I can. Hello, this is Pete Davidson from Saturday Night Live. Yes, I possess the CineGuy. Duffman. Oh yeah. We better stop this. Okay, no more possessing my body. That's a wrap.